Welcome to the Los Rios Community College District New Dean's Academy. I'm Bernard Gibson, your instructor. And so we want to spend a little bit of time with you in the video segment of your training in the workshop today, and to enhance the skill sets that you're attempting to develop as a new dean, manager, or supervisor. So this is the Bridge Builders in Leadership. And part of why this is important is because it gives you a framework to be able to get a sense for how a dean, manager, or supervisor in a new role can help to make themselves better and then ultimately to make their team better. So by now you've gotten some idea as to what's to come, but maybe not in totality. And we're going to spend a little bit of time helping you understand how to set expectations. Again, first for yourself, and then set those expectations for those who work with you, work for you, and also for those that you report to. That's important in this role. This is a key role within not only our district, but if you look at the academic framework and how educational institutions are set up, this is a very important role, this middle level management piece that's so vital for students and so vital for our success as an institution. So how do I learn to put my management lenses on? And how do I look at it from a leadership standpoint? And I think that one of the things that we've developed over time is to understand that with exercise or exercises, you can then learn how to apply. And so we're going to give you some scenarios which you can take the time to be able to apply the things that you learn. There are some ground rules. So if you're not actively involved in one of the exercises, take notes. And then, of course, if you are actively involved in the exercises, take notes. That's critical in this process. So let's move into the first scenario. And this is exercise number 1. And so you have this first meeting as a new manager or supervisor or dean for your department. And right now it's 3 o'clock on Friday. And your first meeting is set for Tuesday at 9 a.m. How are you going to set up this first meeting? What will you do? And let's give you some time to think about how that first session should look. Let's move into exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is a small group, so I'm going to break you up into groups and let you spend a little bit of time together. And so you're a new dean or director. You're hired from faculty. You're on the ARC campus. It's quite large, quite diverse. And within ARC, one of your employees is having a problem working with students of color at the counter that you oversee. The supervisor of the employee has tried to work with them on several occasions, but to no avail. Now, you've heard about this as the dean or manager in charge, but you've not witnessed anything until today, when it happened to be that you were walking by the counter and actually experienced what you had heard about. And of course, the question becomes, what will you do in this role? And we'll give you a little bit of time to think about how you would process that. Exercise number 3. The Ernie alert goes off at your desk. Most of the staff are gone, and it looks like the request is being made from across campus. What will you do? Exercise number 4. So you as the dean have a student who's come to your office and complained about an instructor not being fair in the grading process. So this particular exercise may or may not be applicable based upon your managerial and supervisory responsibilities. The syllabus is not clear. The student has failed all 3 tests, not been to every class, not on time, but the assignments have been excellent. So the idea here is to try to figure out what would you do in regard to this particular exercise. We had a slight glitch there, so we'll go back to that one and give you an idea to see how that one would work. The student has spoken to the instructor via email with little success, and now they're coming to you. They also mentioned that they feel they're being discriminated against because they're a single mom. How would you handle this particular situation? This is an individual exercise. This is number 5. So you're the new dean or director for your department at City College, and you're headed to a one-on-one with one of your brightest supervisors. Before the one-on-ones begin, your supervisor informs you that although you've gotten the position, most of the current staff doesn't think you're truly qualified. including that person that you're speaking with. Without saying it, he tells you that you're going to have a rough ride. What do you do? Exercise number 6. The fire alarm just went off and you're in your office in a meeting. What's your response? Exercise number 7. The current federal administration has passed an executive order stating that if people are going to come into this country, they will undergo additional vetting. You see a student crying to another student. Both are young women, and you overhear them speaking about the need to go home to Iran and see their husband. They mention that they know they may not be able to get back into the country. One of them has a green card, even though they have a 4.0 GPA and are taking engineering as a major. How do you handle this one? And exercise number 8. So in number 8, you've just been notified that there's an active shooter on your campus. What do you do? Good luck.